Hello Curious and welcome back. It has been nearly a year since the news broke that Kim Kardashian and Kanye West had called it quits after 9 years together. While the couple had some problems which were heavily publicised, to some their split still came as a shock. Yet most recently, Miss Kardashian has been seen with a new man, namely Pete Davidson. And while at first people had thought that nothing would come out of it, that it was just a publicity stunt after Kim's appearance on SNL, it turns out that maybe things are more serious than most had anticipated. Yet fans of the reality star couldn't help but point out the major differences between the two men. So just how many are there? Just what does Kanye have that Pete doesn't? Could this have influence on his relationship with Kim? And could Kanye ultimately win her back over? Stay with us until the very end to find out the latest information, but before we continue, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. This love story between the reality star and the comedian Pete Davidson began in October 2021 after she was a guest on Saturday Night Live. The two had first sparked dating rumours when they kissed during a skit on the show dressed as Aladdin and Yasmin. However, soon fans would have other reasons to think that there was something more between the two stars. Not long after Kim's SNL stint, the two were captured holding hands while at Knott's Berry Farm. Since then, the two of them had been seen together more and more often, going on dinner dates, holding hands, and Davidson had even celebrated his 28th birthday in the company of the momager. Back in July, it seemed like Kim was not ready for another relationship, with sources close to the star saying that Kim knows how hard it is to build trust with someone and that at the time she thought it was going to take time before letting someone into her private life. Then when something had started going on between the pair, even the star's close ones were surprised and had no idea what was going on between them, though adding that things could potentially turn romantic, which in the end it seems they did. Soon enough, a source told Us Weekly that Kim and Pete's chemistry was off the charts and getting stronger every single day, and adding that he was constantly making Kardashian laugh. Recently, Kim herself all but confirmed their relationship during an appearance on the Honestly with Barry Weiss podcast. When asked who her favourite SNL cast member was, she refused to say it, telling the host, what a setup, Barry, you know who it is." Kanye, meanwhile, despite the fact that he was briefly involved with Irina Shayk, he had not stopped hoping that he could get back with his ex. Though speaking of the Russian model, find out why some are thinking that she and Bradley Cooper might be expanding their family in a video on our channel, and you can do so by clicking on the link above. The rapper allegedly even has a holy trinity of reasons he should get back with Kim. According to a source close to the artist, he spoke with the Post. The first reason is that West is unsure if any other woman could handle him. The second reason is obviously their 4 kids, and the third is the fact that being a religious person, he doesn't really want to get a divorce. And while Kanye is now allegedly dating model Yasmin Lopez, Kim has found it strange that all this time he has been publicly making all these statements about wanting her back. All the while, Kanye allegedly despises the fact that Kim is dating Pete. As you can see, Curious, things are a little bit complicated in the Kardashian-West household, and among the fans of the reality star, things are a little bit confusing. While sources close to Kim had commented that Pete, someone who makes her laugh, and who she can have fun with, is exactly someone that Kardashian needs after her split from Kanye, fans are finding it hard to comprehend the fact that the two of them are in a relationship. But what exactly are the two of them different? What exactly does West have that Davidson doesn't? Stay with us until the very end to find out. Of course, one of the very first things that needs to be mentioned here with regards to what Kanye has that Pete doesn't is worldwide fame. Sure, Davidson is known thanks to his work on SNL, as well as his previous relationship with Ariana Grande. However, outside of the USA, unless someone keeps up to date with celebrity news, chances are that they would not have heard of the comedian. As for Kanye and his music, it is known all over the world, and he has previously performed all over the world, and whether you like his music or not, it's hard to deny that he is seen by many as one of the most influential music artists active right now. Of course, with fame also comes another thing to factor in, and that is money. Thanks to his comedy show as well as work on SNL, it has allowed Davidson to earn an estimated net worth of $8 million. It is estimated that each year he makes around $315,000 from Saturday Night Live. Now, speaking of money and West, there is no comparison here. According to CelebrityNetWorth.com, Ye's worth is around $6.6 billion. It is estimated that quite a big chunk of that money comes from his company Yeezy, of which he owns 100%. Though where money is concerned, that might not necessarily be the most important thing for Kim, given that she herself has a net worth of around $1.4 billion, and with her business such as Skims constantly expanding and the family getting a new reality show on Hulu, it is safe to say that the sum could rise once again. We're still sticking to the material things that Kanye has which Pete doesn't, and that is a billion-dollar business. Of course, here we're talking about Yeezy, and as we mentioned a moment ago, this is where a huge chunk of Ye's incomes come from. Not to mention the other partnerships that he has going on, such as the one with Adidas. As for Davidson, it does not seem like he owns or has shares in any known businesses, but now that he is dating Kardashian, and thus also in the circle of business genius Kris Jenner, maybe the reality TV family will influence or help him get started in his own business. Though as of now, nothing seems to suggest something like that would happen. Though if you want to know more about where Ye gets his money from, you can check out our previous video to find out what would be at stake in the Kardashian-West divorce by clicking on the link above. Of course, another major thing is properties. There is no denying that once again this is where the rapper has a one-up on the comedian. One of the most famous properties owned by Kanye is his Wyoming ranch, where he has been spending quite some time after his split from Kardashian. With his ex, he also owns several other properties, such as their Calabasas mansion and a condo in Miami. And most recently, the Donda artist has also shelled out more than $4.5 million on a property across the street from Kim. According to reports, he now plans to tear the house down and build up a brand new house more to his liking. Now, as for Davidson, on the property front, he is lacking. In 2019, he and his mother had moved into a home in Staten Island that they had purchased together, and where the comedian had built himself a man cave in which he lived, and which had become a running joke on SNL that he still lived with his mother. However, in April 2021, he had moved into his own residence that he purchased, also on Staten Island. But when it comes to things that Kanye has that Pete doesn't, it's not all necessarily material. The rapper also has known Kim for much longer than the comedian, given that they were together for nearly 10 years. On top of this, they also share 4 children together, North, Saint, Chicago and Sam, which means that even though they are no longer together, they will be keeping some sort of relationship as they co-parent their little ones. As for Kardashian and Pete, as far as the media is concerned, the two had first met in January 2019 at Kid Cudi's birthday party, which she attended with West, and of which she shared a photo to her Twitter. Though where the kids are concerned, it is worth pointing out that according to the Kardashian family insider who spoke with Hollywood Life, Kim had already introduced her children to Davidson. She had allegedly introduced him as Mummy's friend, and she had found it adorable the way that he had interacted with them and made them laugh. But the favour was returned, as according to Cosmopolitan, Pete had introduced Kim to his mum, so it seems the two of them are taking things more seriously than many tabloids and press had given them credit for. While there may be ways in which the two men differ, and how in the eyes of some Kanye is always one up on Pete, the two are also similar. Besides having mutual friends, such as rapper Kid Cudi, the two men had both been known to be linked to other famous women. In the case of Davidson, he was famously engaged to Ariana Grande and was also linked to Kaia Gerber, Kate Beckinsale and Phoebe Dynevor. Where Kanye is concerned, after his split from Kim, he was linked to the aforementioned Irina Shayk, model Vinetria, and now has apparently been seen with another model, Yasmin Lopez. As it also turns out, the two men share the same medical condition. Both Kanye and Pete have bipolar disorder. While Kanye has made plenty of headlines back in 2020 during his presidential campaign behavior which later was blamed on this disorder, and about which you can find out more by checking out a previous video by clicking on the link above, Pete has often been an outspoken advocate for mental health and often talked about dealing with his disorder and depression. When it comes to comparing the two men and looking at all the things that Kanye has that Pete doesn't, the list could surely be expanded even more if we knew the luxurious items that both of them surely own in their houses. But despite the fact that Kanye might be more famous and have more money, there is one thing that Davidson has right now that West doesn't, and that is a relationship with Kim Kardashian. So curious, what are your thoughts on the reality star's relationship with the comedian? Which of the two men do you think is a better match for her? Should Kim get back with Kanye, or would you like to see her with someone completely different? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.